A few weeks ago, I transformed this garbage into a little fancier garbage, but it's still quite bad, so today, let's fix that by building a working port equipped with both a wool and dye factory. Leave a like if you're excited, and please subscribe to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And well, I won't say it looks terrible right now, but it looks very handmade, and we don't have to talk about the fact that it's completely floating and not connected to the bottom at all. It's fine. And I'm gonna definitely want some foundations here to get our factories on. And to do that, I'm gonna need some chiseled stone. Some smooth stone slabs can't hurt. Cobblestone as well. And I'm gonna go grab more, I think. And then we can also grab a bunch of just regular stone down here, turning a bunch of this into stone bricks, because I think I definitely want to use a lot of that. And okay, we have enough cobble to at least get this project done. Before we head over there and start building, there's one more thing I'm gonna need to grab, which is definitely gonna be some gravel over from the building factory. Why is there cobblestone in here? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. But I don't actually have a plan to use the gravel, as I want to take some dirt as well. And together we can make coarse dirt. Got to be my favorite block in the game. Okay, that was a lie. That was a very, very big lie, but it's a really good one. And before heading into the harbor, let's also just grab up a few stacks of moss here. That's a lot more, as I want to make some mossy cobblestone. And while we're at it, why not some stone bricks as well? And just to get an idea of what I want to do here behind me, I made a quick little sketch. So let's start with some of our coarse dirt, and let's see here. 1, 2, I think this height is gonna be good. It means we'll be 3 blocks off the water, which should be a great height. So if we bring this back, we got a first square here, and I'm thinking this is gonna be one of the buildings over here, and then one is gonna go in this area. And bringing this line back here should give us a square that we can go ahead and fill in. And a few markings here to get those buildings, I imagined. And I've gone ahead and connected this, like, what was going to be a warehouse building to this one over here. As I didn't do that on the sketch, but I think this is going to work out a lot better. And then we have this standalone building over here, which I might take whatever this is going to be. If this is going to be the dye or wool factory, I don't know yet. But I might have the storage for both of them in here. And in this backpack here, I have a netherite back tank and diving helmet, which if we just slap those on, I can now breathe underwater. And I'm thinking we start on this corner over here, and we go 5 blocks, then we can have some chiseled stone bricks and some stairs like this before we go downwards a few blocks on both of these sides. Then I am a little slower, but I can break a few of these, and let's get some mossy stone brick in there. And of course we can't leave the back here open, so I want to bring in some stone and like cobblestone, and then we can bring in some mossy as we go down a little bit so that we get something like this. And I definitely like that, and this is definitely a great start to this harbor, but we gotta extend it across the rest of the front. And with that whole side in there now, I want to get a few more details here on top where we can place in some slabs here every 30 blocks and out here, and then drop down and get some dark oak buttons. And if we look back at where we started today and what just adding this harbor has done for this area, I got inspired by this, so I hopped on Fresco and came up with this sketch right here. And I want to start ourselves off with the wool factory, and the first thing I'm going to need for that is some bricks, which this might be enough. We'll turn some of this here into etched bricks and flying over to a nearby coral reef. And here I want to grab some brain coral, and if I mine this, am I gonna get the I'm gonna get the real one. Let's bring out my fortune pickaxe. Do I get, yes, I want the dead ones. Definitely a job for the diving set yet again. This is definitely going to be enough for this build, and I also gathered up a little more because I think I want to use it for the other factory as well. Before we get a little bit of building going here, I want to head over to our lumber mill. And of course, I'm going to be gathering up a bunch of different wood supplies to use in the build. So let's get to building here, and I want to start with the farm itself, and I've got some sort of a plan at least. So let's remove this. We can make this whole bottom layer here into a grass platform that we can take all the way over to this wall over here and around and back. Now with a clean platform here, let's clear out a little more dirt, and jumping into my ender chest here, let's bring out items, I think, and get some depots. And if I've lined this up, one there, here, every other block here all the way, and then we line that with depots, that should be 8. Perfect. Okay, so we do the same thing here. And that's going to be our 16 colors. I want to keep a lot of this grass down in here, but I do have to replace a little bit of it with some frogolites to get some light in here. Otherwise, the grass won't grow to under the sheeps. And the depots have to have something to output onto them. And that's going to be our deployers that we're going to stack up on all of these blocks here. And it's going to be difficult powering them from the side. So if I think, yeah, there we go. Before we do anything else, let's grab some andesite funnels and shafts and mechanical belts. We can also grab this to maybe hook some things up. As I think what we're going to do first is add in, no, that needs to be facing inwards on all of these. And that's going to be our shear input. And of course, we need some belts here running, let's see, to over to this block. There we go. Now we have a belt running all the way out. And I'm thinking we can input shears to that, obviously. And we'll do that from above somewhere. We can probably also hook these up quite simply here with one gearbox in the middle and then that running over into that. And those are going to be spinning opposite directions. And gearbox here. And let's see, can we just do that, and boom. And next up here, I think we want to be smart and add in our funnels here on the sides before we do anything else, because it's going to be so much easier accessing these. And oh, I have less filters on me. Perfect. As I need to set up a bunch of these. Oh, this is going to take a while. Actually, no, it isn't. If we do shears, we put shears in there and then we put shears on the deny list. Perfect. And we can just make one for all of them. We don't have to make the separate colors. So let's see, 2 blocks in front of these deployers here. Let's extend up scaffolding every other, well, in front of the deployers. This is just temporary as I want to get a barrel in on top of this, as this is going to be all of our wool storage, as I don't think I'm going to be needing too much wool. And right as I placed those barrels, someone in my house decided that it was time to vacuum, so I went on a little building spree and built up some walls. And it's starting to look pretty good, but we can remove the scaffolding now that we placed in. And below these, I want funnels, not set to that mode where you're going to want them to be inputting. I can never remember if I need to crouch when doing that or the other thing. And ooh, thinking about it, I'm going to need filters on all of these because one arm is not going to be going between one. Ugh. All right, we got the filters in there. Now let's grab our mechanical arms and we grab those. And 4 of them we should be able to do, and then we place it in the middle. And the final one right over here. Perfect. Then if we grab some cogwheels, we can run that across down the bottom here and connect over to that one. Then let's get a vertical gearbox and 2 shafts running out on each side like this. And then we can do chain drives because we need to power these somehow. And that, yes, that is connected. And we can run that across here to power all of the deployers. Then before we go ahead and add in a floor here, let's add in some glass around these. And these are actually going to have to be too high. And ooh, let's get ourselves some andesite casings and cover those up. And before we get a floor in, let's jump to the back here where I already have 1 hopper, 2 more, and then 2 out this way with a chest and that. And that is going to be our shears input. And now we can just go ahead and fill in a floor. Also not covering where the sheep are going to go down. Perfect. And do we go ahead and get the sheep in now? No, we don't, because then I'm going to have to listen to all of their noises, and I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to improve the building as it's looking really, really boring with just the 1 floor, so let's add in a 2nd story. Got a little carried away here detailing the top, but I think it's good. Oh, okay. I forgot I didn't have a floor here. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Adding our mud in here, as I really, really like this for a roof. A border of granite down here, switching it up a little bit. I think that might make it a little more interesting. Oh, no, yeah, oh, forget I have haste here. I should probably remove that. But I do want to get in some units of air conditioner. And now that I think about it, this wouldn't really exist in the time frame I want to have this world in. But it's everywhere. It's a little bit fancy. It's fine. It's fine. Something that will fit though is definitely going to be a ladder that definitely works. Yep. I can climb this. Look, I'm up here now. It worked. Now let's work here on some details on the first story where I want to add in this like table. That's a bad word for it. This isn't a table, but I'm thinking we can make it this wide maybe. And then if we just extend this across in the middle here and make sure those are all facing the correct way. Otherwise that's gonna haunt me. Remove the bottom on all of these. We get like a little thing you can stand on, and yeah, that's fun. And this would lead us up here into where we can get a door in with just a few trapdoors. Perfect. And I'm gonna need to cover this somehow. So let's make a patch of mud with a little bit of grass down here. We can get in some Dean bricks here and over on this side. And ooh, I got a really fun idea. Polished deep slate. And do I have, yes, copycat steps. We can add a little trim of some polished deep slate here, just like we have on the top bit. Oh, right. I could have had this in my offhand, but it's fine. And in here, let's get some train hulls for some smokestacks, of course. Campfire up here on the top of this one, and let's extend this other one up one more block. And there we go. Well, 3, I guess. I went ahead and finished up a little bit of detailing here, adding in a little ceiling and some barrels in the corner to accompany the very lone chest. And I also punched a hole here in the back as well. I think it needed a little area, and we got some hay storage. And I want to come back to this area over here eventually, but I don't know with what yet. And before we continue with the rest of the port, I want to get the sheep in. So let's go ahead and fly over here to the barn. Do I have any wheat in storage? Yes, I do. 27. That should be enough. Or what if I do this very easy for myself? We grab 16 lead. Can I even have 16 sheep with me at once? Yeah, we'll find out. And I'm going to be bringing them a fair bit. So hopefully it's not going to be that hard. As well, I want to bring them from over here. I'm just going to put as many leads as I can. Can I have this many? Ooh, hello friends. Let's go. Right, that should be 16. I'm not even gonna count and then just hope. It actually seems easier to transport them in the water, so I'm just gonna swim around with them. Because it seems like I can go full speed in the water. All of the water made this so much easier. We're already here. I thought this was gonna be a struggle. I think I'm gonna just park you guys right out here, and I'm gonna go grab you one by one. Can I take one's lead off? Oh no. I can't. Okay. You're all just gonna have to wander around here, and I'm gonna grab you one by one anyways. And I think you should go in this hole, not that one, this one. Thank you. Might lose some leads doing it this way though. Let's grab our light gray, and we put it up there. First one in. 15 more to go. And the final sheep. There we go. All 16 colors are in. And let's repair my wall. And yes, I definitely did correct by putting them in now, because I would not be able to stand the noise. But I kind of want to get some power to these so that we can get some wool rolling in. And also see so it all works. And closest steam engine is definitely going to be that one. So maybe routing the power from here. But to do that, I'm going to need to go and get a lot of shafts, because it's pretty far. And luckily I have a bunch of them just laying around. I'm also probably gonna get some more set up as I am slowly, but I am running out. So let's just throw some more in there. This should be enough, hopefully. And I think the easiest way to do this, right, I covered all of this up, but let's just go ahead and do that and dig ourselves down. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. Ooh, and lining it up here is actually going to be perfect as we get that in. And it's going. And it's also rotating the right direction. There's just no shears in the system right now, but let's speed this up a little bit, but I don't think we have to do more than that. Luckily, we can still swim under here to get out super easily. And I gotta run over to the iron farm. Or well, I guess I'm flying. Let's get ourselves a 2 stacks of iron. That's gonna be 64 shears, which is gonna be overkill, I think. But if we still go ahead and why don't we craft up the whole stack and we throw them in, and we have to wait a little bit. However, that should work, and these things should be getting sheared now. No? Oh, no. Wait, no, yeah? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, don't tell me. If I do this, I think I know what I've done. And I give both of these shears. All right, so we power both of those. And, well, if we put 2 sheep, that's not going to work. And just like that, the problem's fixed. Totally. It didn't actually take that long. So like you saw, the deployers were too close, so I just moved them to sit under the sheep instead. And now they're 1 block away from the sheep, and it all works. The arms go through the blocks, but it's fine. So in the barrels now, I'm starting to get wool, and I think this is just gonna be a slow cooker, and eventually we'll have a bunch of wool if I ever need to use it. But I want to work on something else before we start this factory. So I took the time to widen this river that leads out towards the ocean. Still have a beacon to clear up here, but the river is now wide, and we can get all the way out to the ocean. And out in this ocean, just over here, I have my gunpowder farm right there. And I thought it would be really cool to have a boat parked here that I can take out to the gunpowder farm. And well, would you look at that? I actually have a boat in my inventory ready to go. So schematic cannon, and I just gotta place this down. So let's get the schematic cannon rocking. We're a little far up for this being a boat, but that's of course because I want to turn it into a train. So if we get down here, I have a little glass pane that hides under it so that we can hide on train tracks under the riverbed. So let's get a few temporary blocks down here right below that. And if we just place some train tracks and a station, and create a new train, and boom, that should line up, which means that should be glued together. I'm just gonna do that to make sure. Now I just have to get that down below us, and let's see. So I'm gonna want it out 1 block right here. I think I want some track. Okay, so I made something horrific here, but it should work for us. If we go ahead and assemble the train, hopefully I've glued everything correctly together. And if we just stand up here, oh, it looks like it. Okay, I'm gonna sit down actually. Feels a little safer. Oh, this is so scary. Hopefully it goes down to the right level. Oh, okay. We're gonna just collide a little bit there, but that's fine. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, it's fine. Is this? No, it's a little tall. It's fine. We'll just make it go down 2 more blocks. It's fine. I've cleaned up the tracks, and I think I got it in the spot I wanted. I absolutely love this. Oh my god, I think it's gonna be so much fun, me driving out to the gunpowder farm to collect gunpowder. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't work on that right now, though, as I have way too much recording to do because I've been on vacation for a week, and I gotta get done with this video. But I will fix it. I'm just gonna do that on my own time before the video releases, of course, because we gotta see it in action. But with this boat in, I want to get working on our second factory, the dye one. For this other factory, I want a block I've not used in this world. Exciting. Oh, I forgot I had that on me. Exciting. Yes, it is. And I actually want to use prismarine, but I don't have any good access to it. But I think I have a plan. And for this plan, I'm gonna need a couple of rails. And if we run up to the garage, we have our drill. And I'm thinking we could use this to maybe mine some of an ocean monument. And there we have an ocean monument. This is such a shallow ocean, but they're just stuck in here. And I'm wanna think about this for a second here. I think I'm just gonna run it straight through the middle. So if we swim down to, yes, here. And if we can, oh, okay. I got 1 block out of the way. I needed a few more. All right, we'll send it up a little higher then. We'll have to send it in here. And, ooh, I should probably put my back tank on. And we can put that there. Ooh, that's gonna cause an issue. All right, we'll have to take it up 1 more block. All right, hopefully this still gets me enough. Oh, this is cool. We're just shaving off. I gotta keep up with it to place blocks because it's gonna fall out. All right, I'm gonna hope I have enough, and I'm just gonna get out of here because I don't want to die, and this is a mess. And hopefully with all of the prismarine needed gathered, I flew over to the nearby mangrove swamp to mine up a bit of mud. With most of the blocks gathered up here, except a few small details, I quickly want to run over to the spider farm and slap some spiders. Because we can't go around building with broken tools, can we? Tools repaired and all of our materials gathered up here, and this box as well. There's a lot of them. And I want to work on this little storage bit first, and then we move on to the main factory. So we're going to start off strong here and get a floor in to start with. Getting rid of the temporary stone before bringing back some prismarine and warpwood for the walls. On back here, I left 2 openings where I want to bring up some fluid tanks, a couple of blocks, at least up to here. But let's take them a few more blocks. Let's see, 1 and 2 more on this one. And we can connect them with just like a few pipes. And also those 2. And I'm thinking this will go into the actual building later. Which the wall for that should be right here. Let's get some details here on the front. Adding in some gateways, I was gonna say. Is that what this is? I forget the word. But just an arc, maybe. Oh, and I'm thinking we use one of my favorite blocks here. We use some servers to create some garage doors. I absolutely love using observers for this. But this is, of course, going to be a warehouse. So I want to bring out a conveyor belt here, which we can get in behind. And this is eventually going to make for our output for the dice, which I've gone ahead and make some threshold switches here, which if we take away some cobblestone, add in our barrels on top of here, then popping down below, let's get our threshold switches in. And this makes for a cool little detail here where we can see the progress bar of it. And if we take some metal girders on the top of the barrels, extending up every other and extra block. And then I have this box right here full of placards with different colors, which we can use to color code this. And sadly, we can't make any blue dice, so we're just gonna have to run with these 13. And while we won't be producing everything to make the dice in this factory, which means I want to actually input something from other factories. I know, we're going to be using trains between factories. It's going to be amazing. So on top of these girders here, I want to start adding in first one vault right here, second one, and eventually a third one. As I want to input bones, cactus, and charcoal, which also means that we need a belt going from here to the outside. But with that, the warehouse logic is complete except a few redstone links. So let's add on a roof. And well, here we have our warehouse part of this. And this actually looks proper cool. I'm very excited for the dye factory. But I want to sort our inputs first. And I need to get a train down here. So over here at our train yard, let's grab a few train tracks to maybe get that hooked up. And I think this is about as far as I want to bring it, as I can make a train stop here. And we have 2 blocks to walk around it. Perfect. So I want to lead this into a tunnel, I think. And this was on my original sketch where I want to bring it into the ground here, around, and connect it up to a tunnel entrance over here somewhere. And this track. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try to work out something here. I'm over here at my little tunnel bore thing, and I'm gonna use this, but I want to make some slight modifications before we do that, as I want to add in just a few... Hello? What? Did I just duplicate the train? Okay. Hey, free resources, I guess. All right, let's give that another attempt here. Oh, I've just lost the whole train. All right, I got our train pretty much rebuilt to what it used to be, and let's assemble that, and hopefully this doesn't break again. I'm so confused on why it broke. But we're gonna disable that, and we're actually gonna go ahead and turn ourselves around first, because we need to be heading this way. And we can turn that on round about now. Let's see how this does. Wait. Before we go blasting into my port, I should probably turn those off. And uh-oh, help. Okay, there we go. Slow down, and let's turn it around. I'm not sure. What if I back out here? Is it gonna... Oh, it would have destroyed that toolbox. Okay, that would have actually been very bad. All right, so let's turn it on here, and then we can fix the rest by hand. But I don't want it destroying my whole world. And well, with that, we have a beautiful tunnel wrapping around and out over here. And I've done a little bit of work, and I made a tunnel. The tunnel actually has an interior going all the way through it now. Oh, I'll fix that soon. But it goes up and out over here. I've also done a little bit of prep here material-wise, as I've got 2 boxes here to build a new train. No, a new train. It's amazing. Ow. Oh. And I've even prepped the cannon right down here. So let's get some gunpowder in there and let's build it. So let's create new train and assemble a train. Front-most bogey must be at station marker. Assemble. Perfect. Die delivery. So let's get ourselves in here and let's drive ourselves over to the die factory. Help! The train has kidnapped me! Ah! Oh! Get me out of this! Okay. I think I have a train schedule that is working. Oh, I love seeing a train on this track. So that should go down there. And we should be able to catch it backing up into this area right here. Oh yeah, there it comes. Okay, first part of this works. Because it needs to pick up 3 different things. And right here, it's going to pick up some bones. Which I just had a thought. I don't think that we have any bones. Uh-oh. Why is it going? Oh, no. Okay, I think it was positioned a little wrong, so I need to fix that. But it should go up into the tunnel here, and we should see it poking around the corner here in just a second. Yes, there it is. Okay, so that's going to fill up on some charcoal. And this is the next stop that I've just realized isn't spinning. I need to get some rotation to that. Okay, so we should just be able to get some shafts going up and into here. That should spin the wrong way, though. Yeah, that's not the way we want it. Which we can actually super easily fix here with a gearbox. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna skip this now because I need to hook up some logic and I don't want the vault filling up completely on charcoal. So, oh, okay, it kicked me off it, but this should go into the tunnel. And yep, there it comes back up the hill. There's a little load going backwards, but there is no space to turn around over here, so it kind of has to. But that got loaded with the cactus that we had building up. And leaving this station now, it should return back to the factory. And here it is. Perfect. I'm gonna take away the train station though, as I have some logic to hook up, just so that it doesn't fill up on everything. Because the vault is full. And all right, it doesn't even have power. It's fine. But that's enough shenanigans with trains, as I have a whole factory to build. So let's start with some walls. I want to add in this little gap here. And to start ourselves off, I want to bring out a small little dock area down by the water here. Which, if we hop down below here, we can bring this down, say, another 3 blocks, because that's what I have the materials for. Where I want to make some walls out of our blue mix. Some small details down here at these windows with some window shutters on the side. What if we flip some spruce support upside down, put that at the top with a fence gate under, something like this. And on the inside here, I've added in a floor, which we can get some doors in right over here. And to complement that, a small little roof. Now with that side bit done there, I ran around to the main building to add in some details around that. Got a small little area here in the back where I want to add another probably decorative tank, but I guess I could store something if the factory needs it, but I don't think it will. And we'll get a pipe going into that and maybe into the factory right there. What we can also do right here is add in a small little roof. And well, one more up to this. One of my favorite little details here with a little drain pipe. Perfect. And here we have the first part of this dye factory, where we are inputting our items. They're all being processed here. Some of the bone meal will go over to a 2-tall flower farm so that we can get all of those dyes. And what we're automating now is our black, gray, light gray, white, and our 2 greens. This is a lime green here. That up there is our green. That's our white and light gray, and that's our gray and black. Oh, things are going everywhere. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. This is real bad. Okay. Panic. Remove you. Okay, we're fine. I need threshold switches. I have 27 redstone dust. Uh-oh. But I have a lot of redstone torches, so it shouldn't matter, as we can craft up a bunch of comparators and a bunch of threshold switches. Okay, but it's clearing it up very fast, which we are gonna like. Okay, we should be able to get up here, as I want to build a 3rd story, but that should be all we need. And then some redstone links on top of these. Oh boy, what is going on? Oh, I need an overflow. Well, there should be no overflow though, so it's fine. All right, so problem should be solved with those. I do have to add in a few more redstone switches to eventually like turn off bone meal once these get full. But I'll add that in a little later, as I just want to get this up and running for now. But we need an encased chain drive right in here. There we go. But it's going to be a little overflowed, I think. No, it shouldn't. Okay, it's a little full, but it's fine. Although I don't have any of the other resources, apparently. Wait, hold up. I haven't hooked up that yet. Hold up. You'll be right here. And then we, on the outside of this, we could add one of those. And one of those. Now, is that spinning the correct way? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So that should eventually turn that into green dye. Yes, there it goes. And that green dye is going to get split. And perfect. What are you mixing? Oh, we had a little bit of bone in there. Just not that much. Oh, no. I'm burning everything. No. Wait. Hold up. Stop it. Ah. Let me get you. Okay. So I've just been burning all of these. Great. Good job, Stam. Good job. Okay, funnels added in. And now I shouldn't be destroying everything I make. You know, that real good job, Stam. This is why I designed these things beforehand and not just wing it. But power that again and we should be getting resources. There's black dye down here. Yes, now we're getting black, gray. Yeah, that's about it. We only have coal. But that's because I need to run over to my bone farm and stand there for a bit, because that basically powers half of this factory. But now with the factory below somewhat finished up, I wanted to get the third story on here, continuing our brick up even further. And then of course on top of this, bringing in a roof. And with that and some extra details, the dye factory is completed. It's a mess inside, but hey, it makes dye for me. And do I have any bone meal in those? Oh, I do. Ooh, not a lot, but a little bit. And that should make it so that we have... Oh, we have a little bit of like everything in here now. Awesome. Yes. Oh my. I've gone ahead and activated the train, so it's going on its route. And we have a few fixes to do here. And the first fix I want to make is the little area besides the wool factory, adding in 3 wheat fields here to, well, feed the sheep. As well, we can at least imagine that we're giving them food. And I also just like fields. But I also went ahead and worked a little bit of some pathways on my stream earlier. And I've got those in leading away from the factory itself now, all the way over to the farming area. And I want to bring it over this way down there. And while getting the rest of this path in, I wanted to get some trees in the surrounding area, so I had a schematic cannon doing that for me. Trains coming, gotta wait for that. But I also took the time to add in just a little bit of grass everywhere, which really brings the project together. And we have our path here leading throughout the trees, which will eventually lead up to our lumber mill. But I have some other projects to do over there, so I'm not sure how I want to take the path, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. And I gotta hop here under the harbor to connect it down to the seabed. Quick trip here back to the storage room to refill the back tank and stock up on a little more dirt that don't have that much of. Well, I have a lot of dirt. It's just in here. Backpack all charged up, so let's grab that back. And I just have a little bit more dirt to place. Just run around here on the seabed, adding in some seagrass to add in a little bit of color and something a little interesting down here. I do wish it spread it out a little more, but I guess it's fine. Nothing you're really gonna see too closely anyways. Fly above it, it looks good with a little bit of green down there. I also felt this area over here was a little empty, so I had the schematic kind of work on that while I was working on the seabed. And I definitely think these trees looks awesome. And I've got to clean up a little bit down here at the docks as well. I have so many shulker boxes here now. Yep, there we go. Looking a lot clearer now, but it looks a little empty. So I have a few barrels and such in my inventory here that I just want to get down to get a few small details in here. And this really doesn't have to be anything special, I think. I think it's just nice to have a little bit of barrels and stuff here. And it makes it look like something's actually happening. And if we just take a short look back to when we had just finished the second factory and comparing it to now, adding in these other details around the builds make them fit into the world a lot more. These factories are not just placed onto the ground here. They're actually cemented into the ground and really fit project in. This is one of those steps that I think takes a project to the next level. Of course, we also have our factories, this one, which is a bit of a mess, but it does create dyes for us, which is awesome. And of course, all the wool, which is going to be amazing for future builds. And not only does this port look amazing, it also works with a boat that not only takes me out to sea, but also over and around to my creeper farm, where I can load up on gunpowder. And arriving back at the port. And thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and maybe like the video if you enjoyed it as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, those are the tree tracks. And with that, the dye factory looks... Oh, I can't.